So, welcome to the next How to HMO video. This one is about a property in Hewitt Road, which I've done a previous video about, which is a non-HMO at the moment, and we're looking to convert it into an HMO. If you haven't watched the video, I would suggest you go and watch that one first, which is identifying a property that is not currently an HMO and looking to achieve planning permission on that property. So just on the screen now, I've duplicated the first floor so that we've got the top floor there. Before we get started, one of the first things I do when I'm looking at floor plans like this is to work out the size of the property. Now ultimately, as a rough idea, we typically need the property to be around 100 square metres in order for it to be able to be a 7-bed, 7-ensuite, and that's without loads of extensions. It might include a small conservatory or a small extension at the back, but we're looking for a roughly 100 square metre house as a starting point, which this one is. So first thing I would typically do is take the middle floor and work out the floor areas there. Now, in the area in which we operate in Portsmouth, you need 10 square metres for the bedroom, you need 2.74 square metres for the en-suites, and you need 22.5 square metres for the communal. So, if we take the middle floor there, we've got 4.1 by 3.1 as the size of bedroom 1, so 4.1 by 3.1, which gives us 12.71, so 12.71. Now obviously, bedroom needs to be 10 metres squared, so that gives us 2.71 over. The middle bedroom at 4.6 by 2.4 gives us 11.04. And then bedroom 3 gives us 3.65 by 2.65, which gives us 9.67. So basically 9.67, we're missing 0.33 of a square metre. So if we take that off of the 11.04, that gives us basically 3 lots of 10 square metres times 3, and it also then gives us the 2.71 plus the 0.71. So we've got basically 3.42 left over. Now, that's without any en-suites, but what it doesn't include is it doesn't include the bathroom here, it doesn't include this wasted space here, which has not been measured, and it doesn't include moving this wall to make the landing smaller. So ultimately that bathroom there, if you can just see that, it's 2 metres by 1.7, so that gives us 3.4 there. So we've got 3.4 plus 3.42, which gives us 6.82, which take off 2.74 times 2 gives us 1.34. So basically what we've got to hope is this area here is at least 1.4, but what we haven't taken into account is also this area here, which is likely on its own probably to be in excess of a metre squared. So we are looking pretty likely that we can achieve 3 bedrooms and 3 en-suites on the middle floor there. It's relatively tight to achieve it, but it looks like we can do that. So we've got, in order to achieve that, we've basically got a landing, we've got this space here which would be used for the going up the stairs basically into the loft, unless we can get a kited staircase and come in from this angle. We've then got the area of the existing bathroom, this area here and this area here to add so that we can get the 3 en-suites. So it looks like that's going to work. How would it work practically? Well, let's go for blue there. So realistically what will happen is this bedroom will end up looking something like this, with an en-suite that looks like this. Probably have part of that en-suite taken for this bedroom here. So this bedroom probably have this space here as its en-suite. So that would be bedroom with en-suite. Actually, pretty should have drawn it another colour. We'll take out the chimney breast And then yeah, ultimately this will be the bedroom here, like that, including an ensuite here. So that'll be ensuite for bedroom 2, and then if we do yellow for bedroom 3, in order to make it larger, we'll take this area here, and ultimately we'll end up taking an ensuite out of there as well, so probably around here-ish we'll take the ensuite. So we end up with 7 beds, 7 ensuites by doing this, 3 of which are on the middle floor. Now, the top floor is really easy, so basically we'll either enter the stairs here with a kited staircase, or we'll have to use part of this area to come back on ourselves. More than likely we'll come across here. That means that when we come out, we'll come out here, stood on the landing. We pretty much just divide the house in 2. We have 3 Velux windows on the front there, like that. We'll end up with back-to-back ensuites. So if we do one of them in yellow, this would be the ensuite for the front room, and then this will be the ensuite for the back room. Probably have a landing, and then we'll have the biggest possible window we can at the back there to make it really light. So that's really quite simple. 2 bedrooms, 2 ensuites. So let's call that bedroom 7. Let's call that bedroom 6, bedroom 5, bedroom 4, bedroom 3. And then on the ground floor, same as above, we'll basically end up with an ensuite there. So we'll have, toilet here, shower here, sink in the middle. That will be our bedroom 2. And then ultimately, what we'd probably plan to do here is, ideally, we'll fill in this area here with extensions. Now, there's a couple of rules we need to be aware of. So basically, if we want to do that, we can't, unless there is a rear access to the property, we can't do a bedroom that comes off of the communal area. Now, actually, interestingly, this property, it looks like there is rear access. So first thing I'm going to do is draw it as a 7 bed. So basically what we do there is we would probably draw this here. We use green. We draw this here. This would be our bedroom here. This would be our ensuite. And then we'd need to create a hallway, which we'll do in red. So the hallway here to get into the communal area there, or into the bedroom there. And then ultimately the communal area will look like this. So the important factor there being that both the communal area has rear open air to it, and also the bedroom does as well. So the bedroom's got window or door at the back there. Now, if we do it as a 7 bed, that would be it. Most of the councils would want us to have this corridor so that we're not going through what they would deem to be a high risk area. However, the other way of doing it is if we can get a larger extension off the back here, or if this gives us enough floor area to get an 8th bedroom in, potentially what we'd look at doing would be to have, and if I take all of these bits out, now using this area like this, what we typically do is quickly work it out first. So we'd have 4.5 by 4.08. We've got 18 square meters here, so 18.36. Then we've got our, what we'll normally probably do here is we just add it together. So we've got our 2.5 plus 2.2 gives us a width of 4.7. So basically we know the house is 4.7 wide. So this area here, the kitchen, 4.7 by 4.1 is even to the back here. That gives us, just for this area, that gives us this area being 19 square meters, 19.27. So 19.27 plus our 18.3 gives us 37 square meters, 37.57. We need 22.5 for the communal, 22.5. So that means we'd be left with 15.07 square meters for the bedroom, which is this area here we said about. If we take off 2.74, we've got a 12 square meter bedroom. That's without actually taking into account this area here that we've saved off the bedroom, because this was well oversized. So ultimately we know it's big enough for a 7. What that means is we would probably look, if we can, to do an extension back here. So just quickly wipe this all out of the way. If we wanted to get an 8th bedroom, we'd need to be adding to the rear of the property. So what we do here, we do a larger extension application off the back of this house, and then ultimately we'd effectively end up doing, there's a couple of ways we could do it. So we'd either end up with a window here, an extension like that, which basically means that this would be part of this bedroom area here. So this would be a bedroom here. Then this would be the bedroom here. So that would be bedrooms 1 and 8. And then ultimately this area here would probably be like your dining area with effectively in a corridor through. And all of this area would be your communal area. That's one way we've done it before. Otherwise we'd have the bedroom effectively off the back, and we'd have access here into the garden, and we'd move the bedrooms around in the middle here. Either way, ultimately, because of the floor area, we're going to be able to potentially get 8 bedrooms out of this, which is unbelievable. That bedroom would add around £90,000 to the value of the house. So even if it means we need to do an additional planning application to get this extra additional space here, and we need to do the larger extension to do that, typically it's going to be well worth it to get the additional 90,000. Our standard model is 7 bed, 7 en suites. That's what we're looking for, but potentially this house, because it will have rear access, and because of the size of it, we might be able to get an 8th bedroom in there. So I hope you found that useful. If you've got any questions, please send them over. If you'd like to book a call, if you've got any particular questions, there's a Calendly link which you'll be able to send me a message and book a slot to have a call. If you're interested in the mentorship side of things, I'd suggest you do that, as well as the fact that if you go on the How to HMO website, it will give you more information on that. And if you're an investor who's interested in doing a project with us, either on a joint venture basis, either lending money to us or by having us do a project for you, then send me a message or find me on Instagram at Simon Hill Property. I'd love to speak to you. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel, and hopefully you find some of the other videos that we've done really interesting. I'm hoping to make sure there's loads of content on here, so that if you're looking to do an HMO conversion, or you're interested in learning more about them, that this is a good source of knowledge for you. Thanks very much.